Hello, I just wanted to do a quick video on this camera mount I bought. This is one of three I got, this section here downwards, from AliExpress. Now the total cost of all three was something like £7.50, and that included the postage from China, which is crazy, so I don't know how anyone's making any money on that, but anyway, not my problem. Now the benefit of this one was that you can actually turn the camera. This little bit here, where I've put this white tape, actually rotates, which I thought was quite useful, because if I put this just square onto the handlebars, it's kind of pointing off. It's pointing off to the right where I have it, which is not ideal. You want it forward facing. So anyway, now the only problem with this is that the way this is designed, this bit turns in 90-degree angles. And I'll show you in a minute why it does that. So originally the mount had little plastic, I don't know if you can see where I've cut them off, little plastic sort of, I don't know what you'd call it, spikes, stays, whatever, that stuck out there and prevented it. They went into grooves on this, which meant you could only turn it in 90-degree angles. Now I don't want it turning 90-degree, I want it turning in a far more subtle degree than that, because it only needs to turn a little bit to be facing straight on. So all I did was these little bits of plastic that was sticking out in here, just took a Stanley knife and cut those off, and then cut off the bits you can see here where I've been at. Oh, actually, were they around the edge? I don't remember where they were now. No, they were a little bit sticking up just in here. Sorry, it's not very clear. Just you can see where I've cut them off there. So those were the bits that prevented it turning freely and would only allow it to turn at 90 degrees. So cut them off. Now I also put a rubber washer, which I cut down and fitted in here, because obviously the 90-degree bits would give it grip. Now the grip is gone, so I wanted something that was going to hold it a bit. So I put a rubber washer in here, and basically there's a little screw that joins it together with the camera mount there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little dab of glue on here, because I've got the angle I want, and you know, it's a tiny little screw, and with it being sort of Chinese, very cheap stuff, I want to make sure it doesn't come flying off when I'm riding along. So I'm going to put this back together, the wee line is so I can marry up exactly where I want it. Just a wee dab of glue on here, a wee dab of glue in there rather, and screw it back together again. And that should allow me to get the correct angle. Now I still may need something to lift it slightly on here. I don't know, because it's very slightly showing the windscreen, but that's not a particular problem, because obviously you can see through that. But anyway, we're going to put it back together and just with a dab of glue. So that's basically how it works. It's quite a neat wee thing, and I mean, for £2 or £3 it must have cost. It's going to do the job I wanted it to do. There seems to be it's a poor selection of mounts you can get in this country directly. The best ones you have to go to a place like AliExpress, and you get some interesting stuff. Okay, so I'm going to put a dab of glue on and put this back together again, so it's nice and firm when it's on the bike. Right, so that's some glue, just a little bit in there, because if I needed to get it apart, I could probably run a blade through there and get it apart. Screwed up tight, bit of glue in there, that should hold it. And as I say, I've got an adapter here that will lift the camera slightly. It's another little adapter that could fit in there, so I could raise it up slightly if I decide to. These bits here needed slightly Dremel thinner. They were a wee bit, the camera mount was a little bit thick to go into this fitting, so I just took the Dremel and lightly sanded that down. I mean, it's quite well made. Even the rubber bits that go into the handlebar grips here, they're all cut out and shaped, which, you know, just didn't really need to happen. It could just have been plain round, so it's quite neat. And you get another bit of rubber too, which I need for the bike, for the size of the handlebars on the Zoomer. So that's it. Just thought I'd show you that. That's the camera mount I'm going to use now on the handlebars when I don't have my helmet camera on, which I don't usually have much in the summer, because I tend to have my open face helmet on, which is more comfortable for riding. So that's it. Just a little heads up, handy wee thing to have. You see it just that's straight on. The angle is just slightly off, and it allows me to get a straight on view from the handlebars of the Zoomer. So there you go, a wee tip if you're looking for a camera mount, handy thing to have, and costs buttons. Okay guys, I'll put a picture up when it's back on the bike at the end of the video here, and thanks as always for watching. All the best, cheers now. So that's the camera back on. As you can see, it's now facing pretty much front ways. Turn it a little bit. We are getting a little bit of the screen, I think, in the view. I just need to check that tonight when I get home, check the video it's making, and then I might have to raise it up a little bit, but I'd rather not, because it looks quite inconspicuous there, which I'd rather have. So that's it anyway. Quite happy with that. We'll check the video tonight and see what the recording's like. So you've had a look at the footage, which I've just watched myself, and I think that the positioning of the camera now is really good. It's facing forward. I mean, yes, the screen covers a little bit of it, but the camera looks right through the screen. It's a clear screen. Well, it's slightly smoked, but it doesn't really notice. So that's fine. I mean, all I use that camera for is really for safety purposes, just in case anything happens, and if I pick up any, you know, crazy things going on the road or whatever you, then I can share the video. When I'm doing my ride arounds, I use the helmet mounted cam, but the mount on the handlebars is used every day. So that's it. Happy with that. We'll settle for that one. Another victory for AliExpress. Inexpensive stuff, but it does the job. Just if you're interested, this is the camera I use all the time. This is an SJ Cam 4000, which I got about 5 or 6 years ago, and I have to say it's been absolutely brilliant. It still works really well. It's still on its original battery, although the batteries are cheap as chips if you want to get some spare ones on eBay. Running time on it, well, I could get down to my sister's on a full charge, and that was about a 50-minute ride when I had the PCX. And it coped fine with that. So running time is less than an hour. It's probably about 45-50 minutes, but really good, reliable, excellent bit of kit. If you can't afford a GoPro, and I'm certainly not spending £300 on a GoPro at the moment, then this SJ Cam is excellent. I think the newer versions of this are Wi-Fi enabled and probably have one or two other gadgets. The only thing it doesn't have is an external mic port, which is, you know, if you want that sort of thing. But if with the helmet mount I've got, I can speak normally from the helmet, and it records perfectly well on the internal microphone. So that's it. Just thought I'd share that with you if you're interested. So thanks as always for watching, guys. Hope you found it interesting, and I shall speak to you soon. All the best. Cheers now.